What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 64 of Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. My name is Blaze, and we're going to get into a tournament tonight for Friday night. It's a weekend. The weekend is here, and we're excited. I think it's going to be an awesome weekend. I've got a couple things planned. I got some housework to do, so that's going to be fun. But before I get into the tournament and the weekend, on your screen is one of the newer Pokemon that was announced on the 20th, just a few days ago, and it's called Passimian. Pacinian is only available in Pokemon Sun and has the ability Receiver. So Receiver allows the Pokemon to inherit the ability of an ally when the ally faints. So it's just going to get another ability, which may come in handy if the ally faints. And in some strategies, you may want that to happen. So depending on what you're looking to do. So Cerebee's official description on this Pokemon basically says that Passimian live in troops of 20 to 30 individuals, all following a leader. This leader will take 10 of the individuals in the best condition to search for food. The troop's teamwork is strong, and the boss of each troop decides what mark members will wear on their arms to distinguish the troops. The boss puts the troop members through training to improve their coordination with one another and their skills in handling berries. Apparently, the training is so hard that some Passimian end up running away. Lobbing berries at foes is how Passimian attack. They sometimes work in coordination with others, passing berries back and forth to bewilder their opponents. Passimian don't just pitch hard berries at opponents either. They also have a technique that uses soft berries to obscure their opponent's ability to see. Passimian wants its trainer to have the qualities of a leader as well. It watches a trainer's form closely when he or she throws Pokeballs and will not listen to the orders of a trainer with poor form. So that's basically Passimian, one of the newer Pokemon that was shown off in the most recent trailer for Pokemon Sun and Moon. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a very cool Pokemon, and it's, of the two monkeys, it's definitely not my favorite. I actually really like Oranguru. I like him a lot better. But Passimian, I mean, I don't like the way he stands. His stance is kind of odd, but I mean, monkeys at the zoo and in the wild, they don't necessarily care. I mean, that's just how animals are perceived. It throws berries at its opponent. It's a fighting type Pokemon. I mean, it's not bad. I think it's a cool Pokemon, but it's not my favorite of the two monkeys. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. So I probably won't. I'll play through Pokemon Sun, but I probably won't. It won't be my main game. I'll just say that. I'll leave it at that. So we're getting into a tournament here. We've got 7 out of 8 players join. We're about to get into the start of the match. And I'm using the Fighting Fit deck. I did not abandon my Fairy deck that I've been playing all week, but I do want to maybe show off some wins every once in a while, and I want to get into a tournament because tournaments are fun, and I think they're more fun than playing just random matches with a Fairy deck. So I lost the flip, which is pretty much good because I want to go second. There have been situations where I go second, and I sometimes come out on top when I do. So that's kind of the hope here. In this case, I did not get Talonflame, so that's not something that... It's not the ideal situation, but in this case, I'll take a Carbink paired up against an EX Pokemon. Carbink's ability prevents all effects of attacks, including damage onto this Pokemon by your opponent's EX Pokemon. So he really can't do anything to me. He can power up his Litleo, though, which could be a problem, because his first attack is search your deck for 2 basic energy cards and attach them to your benched Pokemon in any way you like. So I need to take care of that as quickly as possible. That's probably not going to matter much, but it's something to get me started. So I will go ahead and evolve Carbink, because I think it's not necessary, but it's something I probably should do. 40 plus, it's going to do 80 damage. Hopefully I can get a Pokemon Tool card and attach it to do an extra 10, so 100 damage. And if I'm really lucky, I'll also get the Stadium card that lets me do an extra 20. So let's see what comes up. Let's see what comes up. No. Perfect. Okay, well, that's fine. 2 turns is not as good as 1, but I guess that's fine. So 80 damage, 60. Why 60? $40, $50, $60, $70, $80. What am I missing? I don't know why that happened. That's been happening a lot lately. I don't know if that's something that um, is more common or what, but I feel like that's been happening quite a bit. Um, and let me know in the comments below if you agree, because I feel like there have been several times where I've been wrong, but I don't see what's going on here. Maybe you can help out. Anywho, we'll go ahead and knock this thing out and grab my 2 prize cards, and that'll be that. Let's do it. Did I use this instead? I don't think I did. I probably did. I think I used Diamond Gift, which would have been 60 damage, yeah. Oh well. It wouldn't have knocked him out anyway, so it's not really like I lost anything. But now we're on to something. Even if he does somehow get his evolution going. I forget what that does. Oh, draw 1 card. Look at the top 2 cards and draw 1, discard the other. So, this is a victory. I'll take it. I don't get victories too often. At least not recently. Recently it's been kind of a crapshoot, but today I will take my victory. Good game, good sir. Well played. Sometimes there are times where you just can't do anything, and it sucks. It's probably the worst thing ever, but it's part of the game, and it's part of playing and everything. So I was the first one to win, so I'm probably going to wait a little while before the next match. That was a very quick match, but while we're waiting, let's go ahead and open up a couple of packs of cards here. I've got quite a few. I'm going to go and open all these Ancient Origins today, and then I'll open up the Steam Siege on the next episode. I actually had quite a few more packs of cards, but I went ahead and cleared out my packs. And I've got 2,000 coins I can use to buy more packs, and I will be buying more packs and things like that. So, whoops. Let's see what this is. I wonder what that energy is. I've never seen it before. So Vileplume is a card that I wanted to have. I haven't had it yet, but it's a great card because each player cannot play any item cards from his or her hand. Brilliant card. I love this card. Solar Beam for 70 damage. You don't even have to power up Vileplume at all. Just keep its ability active and keep it in play. And it just disrupts your opponent so bad. I mean, decks like Night March can't do anything. Because, I mean, if you played a Night March or you play a Deluge deck, they rely very heavily on their item cards. If they can't use them, it's pretty much over at that point. So, Wooper's Nap does 20 damage, or heal 20 damage from this Pokemon, and Water Splash is 20 damage. Rotom. Electric Mischief is flip 3 coins, and for each heads, choose a random card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card and shuffles it into his or her deck. So this is dangerous energy. It's a dark special energy. Only attach it to dark Pokemon and provides dark energy while attached to a dark Pokemon. Whenever the dark Pokemon this card is attached to is your active Pokemon and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's EX Pokemon, if you knock out this Pokemon, you put 2 damage counters on the attacking EX Pokemon. So, I don't know. I think some of these special energies are better than others. This one's not bad, and there's probably some good strategies you can come up with it, but it's not coming to mind right now. So, Sliggoo. Bubble is paralyzed on a heads flip. Quagsire. 80 damage, but not affected by resistance. I like Quagsire. This is a pretty good card, I think, for the most part. Baltoy, pretty basic Baltoy. Spinarak, paralyzed on a heads flip with String Shot. Relicanth, Deep Sea Search. Search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon Tool cards, reveal them, and put them into your hand. Can come in handy if you're looking for some Pokemon Tool cards if you need them. Takedown is 30 damage and does 10 damage to itself. And this card I still have trouble understanding. I know that there's a good strategy behind it. In being able to use Farewell Letter to discard this Pokemon and then draw a card, for me, I have trouble wrapping my head around why you wouldn't just, well, I guess it has its uses. My first thought was like, why wouldn't you just put a draw 3 cards card in your hand? Or, I I don't know. I mean, it's probably fine. I'm probably overthinking it. But having that extra card to be able to draw, it can come in handy. But I guess in some ways, like, you can have 4 of these in your deck, and a lot of people play 4 of them in their deck. So if you draw the card and you want a different card, like let's say you just want, I don't know, an energy card or something, or you want Professor's Letter, or you want some kind of card that you need, why not just add an extra Professor's Letter? I know you can only have 4, so in some cases it will come in handy. And as far as situational things are concerned, it may or may not be a good idea to have an extra Professor's Letter, or depending on what you need, this card may or may not come in handy. But I don't know. I had a hard time figuring out that card, and it's probably better than I think, but I'm just overthinking it. Let's see what else we got today, and we'll open up 2 more packs at the end of the episode here. Curlia. Curlia is cool. Okay. Regice is a pretty good Pokemon. Ice Beam does 30 and paralyzes on a heads flip. Resistance Blizzard is a great attack because it prevents all effects of attacks, including damage onto this Pokemon by EX Pokemon. So if you use damage or Resistance Blizzard every time, you're going to prevent damage from EX Pokemon. It's a great card. Curlia's Magical Shot does 50 and Calm Mind heals 30 damage from this Pokemon. Tyranitar Spirit Link, Flareon. Each of your Stage 1 Pokemon in play is now a Fire Pokemon in addition to its existing types. And Heat Breath is 60 plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 20 more damage. Energy Recycler. Shuffle 5 basic energy cards from a discard pile into your deck. Inkay. When your opponent tries to attack you during your next turn, they flip a coin, and if tails, they do nothing. Larvesta. Wooper. We just saw that one earlier. Oddish. 10 damage. And do 10 more on a heads flip. Meowth is Act Tough. If this Pokemon has any dark energy, do 20 more damage. So, not bad. Not a bad haul in that. I didn't really get anything new, necessarily, but nothing bad. So, let's go back to the events and see what's going on there. We're just waiting on one more person. So, one of the new segments I'm thinking about doing is picking a card. Any card. Picking a card from Pokemon and building a deck based on that card. So, let's say I just wanted to pick. Let's say I wanted to pick Barbaracle. It's not a bad card. And I challenge all of you to build a deck around Barbaracle, and also I will build a deck around Barbaracle and see what I can come up with. The idea is to have the deck built around this card, even though it's not the best card. I get it. Just something that's actually valid, something that's actually that doesn't lose all the time in online play, and something that's just kind of fun and unique and exciting. I probably wouldn't pick Barbaracle, but I do want to look at some lesser known cards and get them some more recognition. Like this card would be a good one to pick. Tool Concealment. Each Pokemon tool card in play has no effect, and Psyshot does 60. It might be a decent pick. And that's kind of why I've been opening packs of cards lately, is to get more cards in my collection so I can actually do something like that. One of my favorite cards, and I'll show you this real quick because it's by far one of my favorite cards ever, and one of my favorite Pokemon ever. It's not my favorite, but it's definitely one of my favorite. It's going to come up here in just a second. It's pretty far back. I'm just going to search for it. If you know what I'm doing, great. This is one of my favorite cards, just because the artwork is so cool, and because I really like the attack is not bad. 60 damage, and you get to do 60 more on your next turn. Astonish for 30. You pick a random card from your opponent's hand and make them shuffle it into their deck. Its ability allows you to double the healing amount done. So the Rough Seas card will actually do 60 health instead of 30. I mean, overall, just a great Pokemon, and I would love to build a deck around it and be able to test it, but I can't because I don't have any of these. But I have almost everything else. I don't have enough of anything else, so it's okay. I mean, it's something just to kind of think about and prepare for, and if I do challenge anybody to make a deck, I want you guys. I want to be able to test it out myself, and it has to use cards that you have existing, so you can test it and post your percentage of wins out of 10. You know, I think that's a pretty good barometer of how well that deck does. If you happen to build a deck and you win 10 times out of 10, awesome. But depending on the cards that you have, it may be more or less difficult to build a deck around it. And a lot of decks are going to have cards like Shaman EX, or they're going to have good cards in them that are actually very staple cards in the trading card game as a whole, and that's okay. But I kind of want to get some recognition for cards that are out there. They just don't really have a lot of visibility or play. So I'll probably do the first episode of that this weekend and see how that goes. And you know, who knows? It could be very good. So let's see. Call the coin flip heads. So I win. I'm going to choose to go second because if I get Talonflame, I might be able to do some damage. I might be able to win on the first turn. That's always a possibility. At least get a first turn knockout would be great. But based on what this person has, could go very well, could go very poorly. But either way, Talonflame is essential to getting whatever cards I need out onto my bench and into my hand. So, and let's see here. Yes, I got him. And this will be helpful too because I can actually get Zygarde built up, which may or may not come in handy. Let's see what we got. And okay, of course there's EX Pokemon. For this person, I'm just gonna get Carbink out and just power him up. There's no point in doing anything else. You go ahead and power up your Yveltal, power up whatever you want, whatever you feel like. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna knock you out. So having that, what? Are you serious? Oh my god, that is awful. There's no Carbink in my hand. They're both in my prize cards. Oh my gosh. I can't even... What? What am I supposed to do now? This is the first time this has ever happened, to be honest with you. I've never had this happen to me before. I'm a little upset. Oh gosh, he's going to knock me out the next turn. So I need another Pokemon so he can be bait while I get him powered up. And even then, it doesn't matter because... I guess I'll grab a Switch. That might be good. Oh my gosh. This is going to be a struggle. Like a real struggle. I hope you guys feel my pain right now because I cannot believe this. I'm usually in control when I have Talonflame out there, and especially if all he has is EX Pokemon, I usually have the upper hand. This time, not so much. So I did that so I can get that energy card out of my discard pile and onto my Zygarde. It's not going to make much difference, but in the end, if I get another Pokemon, well, it won't make any difference at all. I don't even know why I did that. I just grabbed Landorus because he is What is he? Landorus is basic with high HP, which won't matter because I think it is 130. Is that right? 90. Well, 110. So he won't kill him. He won't knock him out, but it's fine. I lost this card too, so that sucks. Fighting Stadium is gone. Why'd that do 190? Okay. Times the energy attached to both active Pokemon. That makes sense. So this is kind of a desperation move. I don't have many other options here. And wow. Well, game over. That was fun. I mean, oh, okay. I thought for sure that the Zygarde was dead. That's just what I thought. So now I may have a chance. That's perfect. Okay, so man, it was a pretty good chance that I was going to get a Carbink out of the prize cards. But wow, I can't believe how that started. That was crazy. And I think a lot of these cards are actually weak to fighting. So at this point, he's got to be a little scared because I know that there's not much else that he can do. So 160. Oh, well, this is going to go well. All right. So cancel that pre-existing apprehension. That was a little premature. Oh, gosh. 2, 4, 6, 8. It's 100 damage. 120 damage. That's fine. It is what it is. But I think there is an opportunity for me here. Oh gosh, I have an opportunity here to get beefed up really quickly. So here's what we're going to do. Diamond Gift is going to do 20 damage, 40 damage, and I get to pick 2 energy cards and attach them to any Pokemon that I have active. And of course, I want to put them on Carbink. That was, wow. This worked out so well. I mean, that was scary. I mean, super scary. So it's going to do extra 60 damage, 100 damage total. If you're putting out more Pokemon, you might want to be careful. So I need... I guess I'll grab that. So this deck is actually something I made I wouldn't say a long time ago, but it's one of the first decks I made that I had a good idea to put Zygarde in a deck and see how that worked out. And it started to go well, but then there was a couple things that were kind of missing, and I finally was able to get something good. And it started to work out. And so now I have a deck that actually it contends pretty well with a lot of the decks. The things that this deck struggles with is Night March, and it struggles with... There's something else too. There's something else this deck has a problem with. Night March is a huge problem. In fact, to the point where if Night March is out, I pretty much lose. I can't do anything. But I think that has a lot of... That's true for a lot of decks, that Night March is really hard to... Oh, what happened? But Night March is like... It's a hard deck to deal with, and you know... It's not a bad deck. Night March is a very good deck, actually, but it's just... Man, is it hard to deal with. So I think he thought he had a plan, and I pretty much just rained on his parade right there. So that was super lucky. I'm actually kind of proud of myself on that for being able to knock out his Yveltal pretty early on. Without that knockout, it would not have been what it was, because I had to get Carbink out, and after I got that out, I was able to do whatever I wanted. So that's what happens when you have an entire deck full of EX Pokemon, and that's kind of why I built this deck, because I got really tired of EX Pokemon just being all over someone's hand. I mean, I got so tired of it. If you go back to some of my earlier videos, I'm pretty sure that every single video I was complaining about EX Pokemon. I hated them. I still hate them. So I made this deck to try and just be competitive, or sort of pseudo competitive, and I kept running into a problem. EX Pokemon. What do I do about them? I saw Carbink. I saw Rhyhorn and thought, okay, I put Rhyhorn in my deck. Rhyhorn does 40 damage and 10 damage to itself. Has about 80 HP. I was like, okay, that's cool. Put it in my deck, and then I came across Carbink, and I was like, this card is like 10 times better. You don't take the damage from recoil, and it prevents all damage from EX Pokemon, which is 100 times better than what I had in my deck. So I made a few adjustments, got rid of a couple of Machokes, and Machokes, and put in a couple of rare candies, and it's been working out very well. So I will say that this deck is much, much better than it was in the past. And I feel like I just fought this guy. It's the same person. I think it's the same deck. It's not. Okay. Alright, so now getting Carbink out is going to be a challenge. Because I'm not going to need him to come out, but it would be ideal. He's going to try to power up Kyurem, so I'm going to go ahead and switch out to his Feel, which may be a bad idea, but it's going to delay his ability to attack me, which I kind of need right now. I need him to not attack me. Because if he gets Kyurem powered up, even a little bit, it's going to knock out every Pokemon that I have. So he can power him up on the bench, and hopefully by then I'll have Carbink out and ready to go. There it is. So we're going to go ahead and power up to Machamp here, or Machoke. And go ahead and do 40 damage. I kind of wish I'd gotten a Muscle Band, but at the same time I need Carbink. So that works. That works. That'll do, pig. That will do. So I've come across a lot where so many people don't realize that Carbink doesn't take damage from EX Pokemon. That happens a lot. So like this person thinks that Kyurem is going to be a huge asset to his team, and maybe he will. I mean, to get around this, if you have a Hex Maniac in your deck at all, and you play that card, you can take out my Carbink pretty quickly. And once he's dead, there's nothing I can do. Like, the deck just falls apart. It's kind of a House of Cards effect in that regard, but it definitely is something that I need more Carbink in this deck. I would love to have more. I also need another Machamp in this deck, and I'm not sure how to get one. You get him out of the Generations set or out of Furious Fist, but Furious Fist for me, I can't get any more in this game, so it is what it is. So now he's going to power up Kyogre, and rightfully so, because he needs him. And I'm going to go ahead and try to get Machop powered up. Can he retreat? If he does retreat, he might be able to do some damage with the coin flip. 30 per heads until you get tails. You flip until you get tails. So that could be bad. I've only got 90 HP, so 3 heads flips and he's gone. So I need something else on the bench to take him out. I have to keep Carbink alive so that should he have another... Uh-oh, there it is. Should he have another EX Pokemon, I can do something about it. And he does. Of course he does. I'm like, go ahead and play Rough Seas. I'm going to just destroy you if you do. Oh, man. So I kind of need to play this. But I don't... This sucks. I'm going to have to retreat. So at this point, all he has to do is use a Lysandra, get my Carbink out, and knock it down. That's all he has to do. Can't use it this turn, so I'm in good shape. I'm in good shape. He used his Ceylon, which means that he can't use another supporter card. So this could knock out Machop, and that'd be the end of the game. And there it is. Nope, just 30. That's fine. I can deal with that. I can live with that. Oh my gosh. I just don't have anything else. So, this is the end of the road. It's the end of the road. Supporter card and energy card. So there you go. Go ahead and heal your little EX Pokemon on your bench there. Go ahead. You know you want to. And dead. Great. Okay, that's fine. 4 in a row. It's fine. That means you probably won't get another heads on your next flip. Which could be good or bad. Kind of depends. I need to get Landorus. He's weak to water. That's going to be bad if he doesn't kill. If I can't knock this thing out, that's going to be really bad. I need him in the game. I have to keep him. So even if he gets like 2 heads flips, well, even it doesn't matter now. He's fully powered up. So 80 damage is going to double to 160, knock out Landorus, and that's it. So good game, well played. He started off looking like he was in bad shape because he had all EX Pokemon, and that was dangerous. I think that's very dangerous. But it's not over yet. But oh my gosh, this is awful. This is so awful. I can't do anything. So, I mean, I guess he won't die necessarily. So it started off looking pretty bad because he had all EX Pokemon on his bench. I was able to take out his Spheal pretty quickly. But then, you know, not having all EX Pokemon kind of saved him. Kind of a smart move because if you do end up just stacking your deck with EX Pokemon, you are going to fail probably. So, you know, luckily for him, that wasn't the case. And this could work out. What am I doing here? Am I doing the muscle band or what? I think I am. What item do I need? Honestly, I didn't even think about items. Muscle band is probably going to be best. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and put him down. We'll go ahead and do this. We'll go ahead and get an energy on him. We'll get 2 more energy. And hopefully I get another one of these Corinnas, and I can actually do another Carbink. That would be ideal. So this isn't over. This is not over. Diamond Gift. Boom, boom. Zygarde's powered up. And I could heal, and he's not going to kill me. Not right away. So this game is not over. It's not over. 2 more prize cards. All I need is another Carbink to knock him out. That's it. And I have almost everything I need to do that. Oh, just got this. Just got everything I need here. So, Carbink, and I guess I'll get some energy. Sure. So this is not going to knock him out. It will not. What he needs to do is he needs to... Oh, it will knock him out. Never mind. I guess he had 20 on him already. Never mind. I thought there was a resistance, and there wasn't, but there was a... what's the word? Tool card that reduces damage. I thought that was just going to do 120. I guess he already had 10 on him, so I was right. Okay. So now all he has is EX Pokemon. If I play my cards right, see what I did there? If I play my cards right, I can knock him out. Let's go ahead and get that attached. Is there any... I really don't have anything in here that I need. And we're going to go and just do 40 damage. So unless he has another Pokemon to put on his bench, or unless he can play a Hex Maniac, I should win. And even if he does get all the energy to power up everything that he needs to do, even if he has a Lysandra right now, there's nothing he can do. I think he's just stalling because he knows that he doesn't want to accept defeat. I wouldn't want to either in this case. But, oh, there's Barboach. Now I'm going to kill that thing because I need to. That kind of worked out. I can't get... that sucks. There aren't any more muscle bands. I wish I can grab that. But I guess I can grab those two. I can't even play that now. That sucks. I can still heal. I don't know what he's got planned for Barboach's evolution. But it shouldn't be a problem. He only has to knock out one more of my Pokemon. That's it. That's all he has to do. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be very challenging. Of course, he's switching. It's understandable, right? 30 damage, right? 40 damage. Adding 40 to his HP is not a bad idea. That was actually pretty clever. I'm going to save that for another... Okay, that's cool. So... I can't let him do that twice, so... Well, I guess I could, but I don't want to. This is intense. This is like super intense. So 40, that's not bad. I'm worried that he's going to be able to evolve him, and I can't run that risk. That's why I'm using that now. And either way, using that now is probably better than later because I don't know what he's got in his hand. So draw 3 cards. Man, this is scary. So scary. Oh, cool. He's got another Pokemon he has on the bench now. What is this? He's going to chip away at my HP, and that's totally fine. It's a prize card. I'm willing to bet he also has a Frogadier. That's going to come in handy. I don't think he knows I have that. And if he does not evolve... Okay, there it is. And I think that's going to be the game. 30? No, not quite. But I don't have anything else. And I'm paralyzed. Wonderful. That's game. He won. All that work. Wow. This is like... This is super intense. Like, what do I do? That's the only thing I can do right now. And that's so bad. Oh, and there is Greninja. This is not the Greninja with the abilities, so... He has to get back out here in order to do anything, and this is not going to hurt me. That's fine. But he's going to be able to retreat right now. So, game over. Game over. Super good game, though. I'm actually very impressed with how that game went and how long I stood in and how I think up against the wall I put my opponent. That was actually pretty good. But he had a lot of great moves. Can't really be mad. So, there it is. Game over. But thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Don't go anywhere because I am going to open up 2 more packs of cards. If you like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I do videos every Monday through Friday, and just like this, talk about Pokemon, talk about all kinds of stuff. So definitely hit that like and subscribe. And I got more packs now, so I can open up some new stuff. I'll probably not open up a Steam Siege. I'll go ahead and open up a Fates Collide because I need some cards from that. Let's go to the collection. Let's get them open. So, again, thanks for watching. I am planning on some new stuff like that series I just talked about where I pick a card and see what I can make out of that card, but that's coming soon. So, Entei, 120 HP, Burning Roars, discard the top 4 cards of your deck, and if any of those are energy cards, attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Combat Blaze for 20 is 20 plus... 20 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So Entei is pretty good. Eco Arm is shuffle 3 tool cards from your discard pile into your deck. Bubble is paralyzed on a heads flip. Again with the Eco Arm. Paint Roller. Discard any stadium card in play and draw a card. Not bad. Golay. Flip a coin and do nothing on a tails flip. Malamar. I like this card a lot. Entangling Control. Switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with his or her active, and then confuse the new active. Trash Tentacle is 30, but put a card from your discard pile into your hand. Any card. That's awesome. Wooper. Heal 20 damage. We saw that card earlier. Gumi's ability is whenever you attach a water energy from your hand to this Pokemon, you may search your deck for Gumi and put it onto your bench. Not bad. Combi, Bug Bite for 10, and that is Ancient Origin. So let's go ahead and open up this Fates Collide pack. Hopefully something good. I would love for it to be something good. Another Carbink. Great. I need a Carbink break. That's what I really need. And no. But this card might be cool. What is this? Grumpig, 100 HP. Head Walking. Put a basic Pokemon from your opponent's discard pile onto his or her bench. And put 3 damage counters on it. Wow. Knockback for 50. Your opponent switches his or her active Pokemon with one of his or her benched Pokemon. So, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that because I feel like you can combine that with Gengar to... Oh man, I just thought of something crazy. Like so you combine it with Gengar to revive a Pokemon, put it on their bench, do the 3 damage counters, and then you can Lysandre them out to knock the Pokemon out. I mean, that might be awesome because Gengar is like if you have any damage counters on a Pokemon, they just get knocked out. Another thing with this is that if you're fighting against some Night March deck, you can make them pull out their Joltik, put 3 damage counters on it, and just immediately knock it out again. I mean, how cool would that be? I'm kind of curious if that works that way, and it should. So I don't see why not. Wormadam, Twin Burst for 60 plus. If a Mothim is on your bench, this attack does 60 more damage. That's not bad. 30 damage for 1 energy card, 110 HP. Not bad. Pretty common card. Alakazam Spirit Link, pretty common there too. Kabuto for Mudshot. Seal, Icy Snow. Nothing really special that I see so far. Smash Punch does nothing on a Tails Flip. And Binnacle, 20 more damage for each heads after 2 coins. And this is the star of the show, Carbink, one of my favorite cards ever, because of how just disruptive it is to the opponent. You saw my opponent couldn't do anything to me until he got some other basics, and his deck honestly was just cluttered with Pokemon, so I don't know what he was doing exactly, but he managed to pull the victory out, and I can't really be upset. So anyway, thanks again for watching, everybody. I will see you on Monday or the weekend, something. Bye.